Hey everyone, in today's video, I want to share how I improved my AI agent code with the help of a Claude AI. Not only did it help me refactor my messy logic, but it also guided me in adding a pipeline style status tracking for each phase of its agent's execution. If you haven't watched my previous video where I have explained you the working demo, so on top right, you can see the link and you can click on that and you can see the previous state. And as you can see on my screen, this is the latest and the greatest one, which I was able to refactor with the ClaudeAI 3.7 Sonnet. And I'm really amazed the way ClaudeAI 3.7 Sonnet helped me to just not only refactor the code, but to provide me the pipeline like status. So whosoever doesn't know how the pipeline status tracking looks like, this is how it looks like in real time. Right? Whosoever has experience with running a pipeline through the GitLab repo, this is how it looks like. Whenever you run any pipeline, for each and every stage, you can see the status, right? So this is the flow in which your pipeline is designed, right? Similarly, in my first AI agent, I also implemented the same pipeline progress status, right? That's the one and the most important thing. The other thing which I mentioned, it really helped me to refactor my code. Because when I started, writing my first AI agent, it was very messy. And this is the V1.000, which I tagged as, right? So what was happening is, if you just see this piece of code, I was having all the functions, which are just written in this particular file with 498 lines, right? So codes are very massive. If something goes wrong, it is too much for me to just, come here and just check where the problem is, right? So what I did, I just asked the simple question to the Claude AI. I want to refactor the source code, attach. So I attach the file and I just ask, can you just modularize the entire code, which is written in a same file as a method? Can you just create the classes for that, right? So it gives me this solution. See, it, club together all the similar functionality from my code and just created a class, and inside the class. So for example, GitLab integration, right? The very first method is get GitLab client, then create merge request, and then review merge request, right? So workflow orchestration, whatever, methods related to the workflow is inside this class, right? So similarly, cloning the repo, and, running the coverage and all those kind of stuff, even the loading all the config related stuff, right? So see, I don't have to do anything. It's just that, Claude AI Sonnet 3.7 did that for me. I'm really, really amazed, right? So right now, if you just see, this is the PyCharm where I have this code and I'm just running the same application. And this is the UI looks like, right? So now the very first thing which we're gonna do is we're gonna just run the entire flow one more time to ensure that nothing is broken because of this refactoring, right? And that way you will understand the kind of accuracy, this Claude AI Sonnet 3.7 is providing, along with a lot of refactoring capabilities and a lot of, the new kind of improvements, which ClaudeAI 3 Sonnet 3.7 is able to do it without any, any hurdle, right? So let's see. So if I run this, if you watch my previous video, you would have realized that, we were only seeing this portion result, right? Where the cloning repository and the wait symbol is there, right? We were not able to see this AI agentic pipeline progress, right? So whenever we run it, when it is in a running state, it just get blue. Otherwise, it's just get clean once it gets passed. Same thing with run coverage. So now you can see the color is getting changed to blue. And here the coverage is running, right? So now we can see the similar report where we can see show and hide. We can just see the line. It seems like it's not visible because it's completely in white. So I will change that. But here you can see this is done. So now we have a proper tracking like where we are. So we can see the coverage is done. Now this green line is showing that, okay, the next step is generate test cases. And this is where our workflow orchestration comes into the picture. And if we run this, Now my AI assistant, my AI agent is running to just create the newly test cases for the missing line of codes, and it will do this in an iteration until or unless all the test cases suggested by the large language model is in a pass state or not. So it is going to take a little bit of time, but this is how I was able to use ClaudeAI Sonnet 3.7, which is really powerful. And in my opinion, if you haven't use ClaudeAI, I would suggest, start using that, because my experience says ClaudeAI is the best assistant tool when it comes to a coding. So in my opinion, every software engineer should start using this, right? The other thing which I can quickly show you, if you just see the left pane, here now I'm doing another kind of refactoring, which is still in ongoing, because I have to, because I just exhausted my limit on ClaudeAI, because I'm just using a free plan, right? So what I'm doing next is now my HTML file, if you just see the HTML file which I'm having, this is also very huge. You can see we have close to 1250 lines. So all my CSS styling, all my JS code is in the same file. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take the ClaudeAI help to just modularize this HTML file as well to see how ClaudeAI can help. But that is something which I will be covering in my next video. So coming back to the, okay. So now we can see, if you just see the AI agentic pipeline progress status, generate test is done. Now it is pointing to create the MO. And we can see the same thing. Earlier we were having a 50% coverage. Now we have a 58.33% coverage. Why we have this? Because I'm just using a very low size of, Queen 2.5 coder, right? This is really something which I need to work a little bit on, so that we can always get more than 90%. And this is something which I will just work and add this intelligence to the AI agent until or unless we achieve 90%. It's keep trying that. The next thing is, as we can see from the pipeline progress, we can just hit the create merge request. So what it's going to do, it's going to create the merge request for us. So if we just come back here, right? So see it, right? So once, this is done. So fail to authenticate with GitLab, please check your token. So it means there is something wrong with my token. So that is something which I have to include it, which is not yet included. So I can quickly do that. So for that, what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to here. But this is not something which is a critical bug. It's just that my environmental file is not there, which can extend the token. But this is really good. If you can see, if it is failing, then it is just marking as a drive. And I know why it is failing, because my environmental file is missing from my PyCharm. So if I add that with the proper GitLab token, then this phase will also work. So that's pretty much it, which I want to explain you, that ClaudeAI Sonnet 3.7 is really, really powerful. Start using it. It doesn't matter how complicated your code base is. Even if you just see in 3.7, what they have done, which was not earlier available, they have start giving, you can just add your GitHub repo as well, but that is in a beta version for now. But you can utilize that, because that attaching a GitLab repo is the feature of OLLAMA, where you can just provide your repo as well. But that was not the case with the ClaudeAI earlier. But in beta version, that feature is also there. That is also going to ease down some of the issue which I was facing, because every time I have to attach my file, and if size is very high, then ClaudeAI sometimes complains, at least in a free plan. I'm not sure how it about some pro plan or upgraded plan where we have to pay something. Right. So again, I just urge everybody start using it. If you are a software developer, you should start using it right away and just see the power of this. And it is going to make you more effective, more efficient, and you will get extra time for your day-to-day work, because that day-to-day work, you can just do it quickly. And whatever time you are left with, you can just be more innovative and creative, and you can just use that time to just learn something new. So as always, stay healthy, keep learning a new thing, and don't forget to just tell me, which AI tool you are using and what are the advantages you are seeing by using those AI tools. If you can just put that into the comment section, that would be really helpful. Another thing, whatever new AI tool you are using, just put that into the comment section, so that the wider audience can also be aware of that, and they can also start using it. And that way we can help each other, because this AI is really gonna be changing our world completely. And we have to just work together so that we all can be more innovative and creative. So as always, stay healthy, keep learning, Nathan.